Good morning to one and all. Today, our topic is service oriented architecture. We are discussing what is a service. First of all, what is a service? It is a method of design, deployment, and management of both applications and the software infrastructure where all software is organized into business services, okay, that are network accessible and executable. One more point here, the service interfaces are based on public standards for interoperability. Here we have now here we have what is a service. Exactly, we have to learn what is a service. What is a service? A service is a reusable component. A service changes business data from one state to another state. Here the service is the only way how data is accessed. If you can describe a component in web services description language, it is a service. What is the meaning of the web services description language? It is an XML based protocol for information exchange in decentralized and distributed environments. Here it describes how to access a web service and what operations it will perform. Okay, here we have the in service oriented architecture. We have four sub concepts. First one is layered architecture for web services and grids, and second one is web services and tools, and third one is the evolution of service oriented architecture, and finally grids versus clouds. First of all, we have to learn what is the basic service oriented architecture. In the sense, we have to take one consumer, one provider. Consumer is nothing but it is a software. The consumer, he will send one service request to service provider. That service provider is also a software. He accepted that request and he sends to the service response to service consumer. This is the actual concept of service. Okay, we have some advantages in that one. What is that? In the sense, service reusability. And one more, it is easy maintenance, and it is a platform independent. Here it should available at all times. In the sense, reliability. Okay, and last one, it should being processed scaled. In the sense, that is nothing but scalability. It should be scalable for all times. Okay, here in grids and web services and Java and Corba, an entity is distributed object in a variety of languages. These architectures build on the traditional seven open systems interconnection layers that provide the base networking abstractions. In the sense, services are provided to form application through internet. It allows to use application as a service for other application. Okay, here it allows to exchange of data between various applications. That is nothing but what we want to say, service oriented architecture. Here we have to see the name Corba. In the sense, common object request broker architecture. It is the abbreviation of that one. What it exactly means? In the sense, it allows the development of languages, okay, and location independent interface to distributed objects. It is nothing but what we want to say, Corba. And one more, on top of this, we have a base software environment which would be .NET or Apache Access for web services, the Java virtual machine for Java, and a broker network for Corba. Okay, it would be build a higher level environment reflecting the special features of the distributed computing environment. This starts with entity interface. Okay, entity interface for all entity objects and inter entity communication, in between communication. Okay, relationship from one state to another state. Okay, which rebuilt the top four OSI layers, but at the entity and not at the bit level. Okay, it is I was shown into the figure. Now we want to see the key characteristics of service oriented architecture. Here, what is this service? You know, it's a reusable component. It is changes business data from one state to another state. Here we have to see some quality of service. What service we have to see? Quality of service, security and performance are specified. Here we want to see the software infrastructure is responsible for managing services are cataloged and discoverable. Okay, services are cataloged and discoverable. Data are cataloged and discoverable. Okay, data also cataloged and it is discoverable. We use some protocols only industry standard purpose. Okay, these are the key characteristics of service oriented architecture. Now we want to see the layered organ. First one, the first concept here, layered architecture for web services and grids. Here, what is the layered architecture for web services and grids? Here, we will look at these points. It's very, very important points we have to analyze. The entity interface, in the sense interface of all entity objects, corresponds to the web services. Okay, corresponds to the web services description language. Okay, it is nothing but I want to say later Java method and Corba interface definition language specifications in these example distributed systems. We want to see what is web services description language. Okay, what it is, in the sense it describes how to access a web service and what operations it will exactly performed. Okay, it is nothing but it is an extensionable markup language based protocol for we want to change some exchange information in a decentralized and distributed environment. Okay, these interfaces are linked with customized high level communication systems. For example, we have to take SOAP, in the sense simple object access protocol. Okay, simple object access protocol. And come one more point, and RMI, in the sense remote method invocation, and IIOP, in the sense internet inter ORB protocol. In the three examples, what we want to say here, in the sense SOAP, SOAP, in the sense the abbreviation, the full form of SOAP is simple object access protocols. These interfaces are linked with customized and high level communication. In the sense it is also a extensible markup language based protocol for accessing web services. What we want to accessing web services, we want to accessing. And coming to the what is RMI, remote method invocation, it is nothing but it is an application programming interface API that provides a mechanism to create distributed application in Java. Okay, that is nothing but remote method invocation. And coming to the internet inter ORB protocol, it is nothing but it is also a one type of protocol that makes it possible for distributed programs written in different programming languages to communicate over the internet. It is nothing but internet inter ORB protocol. It make possible for distributed programs it written in different programming languages to communicate over the internet. Okay, And coming to the layered architecture for web services and the grids, this is the figure explained you that this is the layered architecture for web services and the grids. Okay, here we want to see these communication systems support features including particular message patterns such as remote procedure call, fault recovery, and specialized routings. It often these communication systems are built on message oriented middleware, like we want to see enterprise bus infrastructures such as WebSphere, MQ, or Java message service, which provides rich functionality and support virtualization of routing in the sense from one place to another place. We have to check from one web service to another service, senders and recipients. In between the process, the mechanism will be processed. Okay, in case of fault tolerance, in case of the fault tolerance, the features in the web service reliable messaging, the framework in the OSA layer capability modified to match the different abstractions such as messages versus packets and virtualized addressing at the entity levels. Okay, the security is nothing but it is a critical capability that either uses or re-implements the capabilities seen in concepts such as internet protocol security and it secures sockets in the OSI layers. Okay, we have seen the above. These are the application specific service grids, generally useful services and grids workflow. These are the high level services. And coming to the service context, in the sense we want to what we want to serve, service management and the service discovery and information, we let us see in service context. And coming to the service internet transport and protocol and service interfaces, these are the top of his on the top of his environment. We have to look at this. Okay, here the entity communication is supported by high level services for registries, metadata, in the sense data above data and management of the entities. Here one might get several models. In the sense management services include service state and lifetime support. Okay, what management services include service state and lifetime support. The latter can have performance advantages and offer a shared memory model, it allowing more convenient exchange of information. However, the distributed model has two critical advantages. Okay, we want to see the advantages, okay, later. Now we see the figure here, in the below the bit level internet. We have some protocol HTTP, in the sense hypertext transfer protocol, file transfer protocols and domain name systems and presentation of XDR and session SSH and transport TCP and UDP, in the sense transmission control protocol and user datagram protocol and network internet protocol addresses and data link layer and physical layer. We want to access some applications in this below bit level internet. Okay, this is the layered architecture for web services and the grids. And coming to the advantages of service oriented architecture, we have the service oriented architecture. The distributed model has two critical advantages. First one is higher performance and a cleaner separation of software functions with clear software reuse and maintenance advantages. Okay, in the sense higher performance, in the sense from multiple CPUs when communication is unimportant. Okay, we have to see a cleaner separation of software functions with clear software applications reuse and easily maintenance. These are the advantage, one critical advantage. And coming to the and coming to earlier years, we have during in earlier years, corba common object, common what is corba? We know common object request broker architecture. It allows the development of language and location independent interface to distributed objects. And Java approach, in the sense Java come forward were used in distributed systems rather than today's we are using SOAP, XML or REST. SOAP, in the sense simple object access protocol, and extensible markup language or representational state transfer. These are the used in previous in during, since at the time past, Java approaches were used in distributed systems rather than today we are using SOAP, XML or REST abbreviation, representational state transfer. These are the advantages of layered architecture of web services and grids. Okay, further topic we have to discuss web services and tools. Thank you.